What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel. Can you believe it? It's the last preview of the 2025-2026 season for the Miami Dolphins, as the Dolphins have one more game this Sunday up at Gillette Stadium against the 13-3 New England Patriots, who are playing for the number one seed. The Dolphins are obviously going to be trying to play spoiler, just like they did 6 years ago with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Um, First things first, before we get into anything, I want to say Happy New Year to each and every one of you. 2025 was such an amazing year, and it just wasn't amazing. It wasn't just an amazing year for me personally on a personal level. It was the best year ever for the Big Fight Field channel, and just with all the content this year, whether it's Miami Dolphins content, whether it's professional wrestling content, whether you guys love my vlogs, um, I appreciate it all so much. You honestly have no idea how much this means to me. Um, every time I post a vlog, it blows up. Pay-per-views and Dolphins videos. I know that this season was another failure for the Miami Dolphins, and we're going to be looking at heavy changes probably going into this season, and we'll find out more Monday whether or not Mike McDaniel is going to be the coach for the Dolphins in 2026. But man, all I want to say for the year and this season for the Dolphins, for all of you that tune into my content, thank you. I appreciate you. Every single one of you who tune into the videos, the post game recap videos, the previews like this one, which I'm not going to make a long preview. This is, again, a preseason game late in the year. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but man, I just want to say thank you for your support and just your support all year long. Um, and for the wrestling fans that are like, man, where's the wrestling content? I want you to be back with wrestling content Wednesday night AEW. Okay? So you got that to look forward to. Wednesday night AEW, we're back doing the wrestling content, doing AEW Dynamite reviews back here on the Big Fight Field channel. For the wrestling fans looking forward to it, Wednesday night, I'm back with the wrestling reviews here on the Big Fight Field channel. So that's my official announcement, is that we'll be back with the wrestling content this Wednesday night with AEW. I might have a video up tomorrow talking about AEW and WWE from this past year, like a little 30-minute video. But for those of you who are missing the post game, like the show reviews, Wednesday night AEW, we're back. Okay, so that is my official. That is my announcement. That is my big announcement, and we're still gonna have some Dolphins content. Not too much though, but we're gonna have Sunday, the post game recap, the last one of the year against the Patriots. We will have a season review, season recap video on Monday. That's probably going to come out Monday night because I go back to work Monday being a teacher and being on winter break. My winter break is nearly over. So Monday night, we'll do the season review. Hopefully, Mike McDaniel is fired, and that is going to be a long, long podcast on Monday night, whether he's fired or not. So, big podcast coming up on Monday night. And then, obviously, we're going to have a video when the Dolphins hire a new general manager. Troy Aikman is now in that process. The Dolphins hired Troy Aikman, which you get a perspective outside of the facility from an all-time legend who's won multiple Super Bowls, who's been in team meetings. So I love that move for Stephen Ross and the Dolphins, and it's not a permanent role, but he's just going to be Stephen Ross's consultant to help out with this general manager process, sit in on interviews because the Dolphins have to get this right. The Dolphins have to get this right. They cannot miss on getting the wrong general manager. They have got to get the right guy um, for this job. And honestly, thinking as a fan, that tells me Mike McDaniel's going to get fired on Monday, which thank the heavens if the Dolphins fire Mike McDaniel, I will chug a beer Monday night on the podcast. That's you will have my word. If Mike McDaniel gets fired, we will celebrate. I will chug a beer on the podcast Monday night. So, um, yeah, man. I just hope you guys had a good New Year, and the wrestling content we're making our way back with it, and then a couple Dolphin videos in the month of January as well with the new change starting and into the off season. Excuse me. Oof. So, without further ado, if you guys haven't already, be sure to go ahead and check out my latest podcast talking about players to build around the future for the Miami Dolphins. Devon A. Chan, Patrick Paul, all those guys. If you want to check out that podcast, it will be up in the last 20 seconds, and all you have to do is go ahead and click on the video, and it'll take you right there. But of course, don't do that until you've watched the entirety of this podcast. So, okay, let's talk about this game Sunday against the Patriots. This is very much more than likely going to be a preseason game. As this week, with practice and everything, Minka Fitzpatrick is not playing again. Darren Waller got placed on IR today, which I don't know why you needed to place him on IR. You could have just ruled him out for the game because there's no more games left after this. So Darren Waller is not going to play. Devon Achane didn't practice all week, so he's probably not going to play, which is absolutely the right move. There's no need to risk it. And Jalen Waddle, actually, I have it right here. I got the injury report right here, so who am I? Let's just go over the injury report real quick for the Dolphins and the Patriots. We'll start with the Dolphins first. Both teams have a lot, by the way. But the Dolphins, Minka Fitzpatrick is out. Devon Achane is doubtful. He hasn't practiced all week, so no Devon Achane on Sunday against the New England Patriots. Quentin Bell showed up on the injury report. He's questionable with an illness. Aaron Brewer is questionable with a neck injury. There's no sense of playing him. Andrew Meyer did just fine last week. I would give him another go at it. Jordan Brooks is questionable. Again, there's no need. There's no need to risk injury with Jordan Brooks. He's probably going to want to play because he's in that category of most tackles in the NFL. But I don't see a sense of playing Jordan Brooks in this game. Austin Jackson with back and groin is questionable. Chop Robinson with a concussion is questionable. And Jalen Waddle with a ribs injury is questionable as well. So I honestly wouldn't be shocked if none of these guys play. I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever. There shouldn't really be a lot of urgency in this game. I know Mike McDaniel's going to want urgency because he's coaching for his job. Literally, possibly, this game could determine what they do with Mike McDaniel. I don't think it should. I think his job should already be fired. But, you never know with Steven Ross and the Miami Dolphins. For the Patriots, Harold Landry, Robert Spillane, um, Kyrus Tonga, and guard Jared Wilson are all out. And then Will Campbell and um, Will Campbell and Milton Williams are making their returns. Stephon Diggs has had a crazy week um, with the charges alleged against him. Same with Christian Barmore. But they're probably going to be playing on Sunday as the Dolphins, as the Patriots, I mean, look to go to play for the number one seed. The Chargers are going to be resting starters. So honestly, in the middle of the game, you might see the Patriots resting starters as well. If the Broncos are up big against the Chargers, which they got those two teams playing at the same time at 4:25, you might see the Patriots pull a couple defensive starters. You might see them pull Drake May. You might see them pull Stephon Diggs. You might see them pull Will Campbell, who's making a comeback. Um, but that's because the Chargers are also resting starters as well. So, I mean, this is going to be another youth game, another young guys game, especially for the offense. Um, no Darren Waller, no Devon Achane. And honestly, Jalen Waddle was a non-factor last week. And honestly, maybe do you want to risk him getting injured more as well? I mean, I really don't think it matters at this point. So obviously, Quinn Ewers is going to get his third and final start of the season. You are going to see Quinn Ewers out there coming off a win last week against the Buccaneers with a very good outing by Quinn Ewers, but you're going to see him out there with a lot of young guys. You're going to see him. You're going to see a lot of Jalen Wright this week, probably with a dose of Ollie Gordon, but you're definitely going to see a lot of Jalen Wright. Um, you're going to see probably a lot of Theo Weiss Jr. and Malik Washington. I would imagine if Jalen Waddle doesn't play, if Jalen Waddle doesn't play, you're going to see a lot of Malik Washington, Theo Weiss Jr., and then, of course, the fresh toy, the new guy in the offense, number 85, Greg Dulcich. You'll probably see a lot of him as well in this game. He's just had an absolutely awesome season since they brung him in. 23 catches, 304 yards, and a touchdown. If I'm the Dolphins, I'm bringing back Greg Dulcich for next season for sure. But let's go over some stats for both teams. The Dolphins, their offense is ranked 25th. The Patriots' defense is ranked 7th. The Dolphins' passing offense is ranked 26th. The Patriots' passing defense is ranked 9th. The Dolphins' rushing offense is ranked 10th. So they're top 10 in the NFL in the rushing game. And the Patriots' defense is ranked 7th. The rushing defense is ranked 7th, yes. And the Dolphins' defense, they're ranked 21st. The Patriots' offense is ranked 4th. Patriots, I hope we don't perform like the Jets did against the Patriots, but I could see this where the Patriots score a lot of points in the first half, and they feel like they got it comfortably in the second half that they start resting starters, especially if the Broncos are up big over the Chargers. Dolphins passing defense is ranked 17th. Patriots passing offense is ranked 3rd. Dolphins rushing defense is ranked 24th. And the Patriots rushing offense is ranked 13th. Another thing I guess I should mention is the temperature Sunday for this game in Foxborough. It is going to be freezing cold. in Foxborough, Massachusetts. The high on Sunday is going to be 29 degrees, so that means it's probably going to be like around 26 by kickoff. So I guess you could count it as a cold weather game for the Dolphins, even though this one has really no meanings to it. But the defense, like, I really don't know what to say. Because I guess just more progress from the young guys, more progress from Kenneth Grant and Jordan Phillips and Zeke Biggers. And, I want to see more out of Jason Marshall Jr. for sure. I want to see more out of Trader. A lot of people think this team should resign Jack Jones, so I hope he goes out there and has himself a good game. Um, I just don't know how this game is going to go for the defense because, like I said, I think the Patriots are going to have a sense of urgency in the very beginning of this game. And I think they're going to score a lot of points in the first half. And then, like I said, depending on the score of the Broncos and Chargers game, they might pull starters. They may feel comfortable. Hey, we're up, 31-7. Let's go ahead and pull our starters. I could absolutely see that happening. So the Dolphins defense, I mean, I don't really know what to say. Like, best of luck, I guess. They're going up against a top 5 offense in the NFL. But I guess I just want to see more progress from the young guys. Let's just like Jason Marshall, Dante Trader, Kenneth Grant, Jordan Phillips, all those guys. And then for the offense, let's run the ball. This team has proven that even with Devon Achane, they can run the football. And I want to see that on display on Sunday. Let's go ahead and get the running game going potentially with Jalen Wright and Ollie Gordon. Let's feed those guys. Let Quinn Ewers sling the ball when the opportunity's right, just like last week. I thought it was a really nice dose of running the ball and throwing the ball with Quinn Ewers. So same thing this week. And yeah, it's a preseason game in January, which stinks. You don't want it to be that way. But that's just how the season's gone for the Dolphins. And we'll talk more about that on Monday with the season recap. We're going to review the entire season from the Miami Dolphins. It's just been a train wreck of the season, and I'm excited it's over. And I can't believe I'm saying that because come May, I'm going to be begging for Dolphins football to come around. But by Memorial Day, I'm going to want my Dolphins football back. But for this season, I needed to end. It's been a complete train wreck. I had the Dolphins going 10-7 and making the playoffs this year, losing in the first round. I wasn't even close. This team is not even close. And the bad thing about it is, and I'm going to talk more about it on Monday, this team's going to suck next year. This team is not going to be good next year with its cap situation and moving off of Tua's contract, which is going to be a massive, massive $99.2 million hit. And then hopefully with a new general manager and a new head coach, just putting the pieces in, getting things organized, and especially the tough schedule this team is going to be facing next year. Next year is 2026 is going to be a rebuilding year for the Miami Dolphins. And we've got the entire offseason to prepare ourselves for that, but this team is going to be in rebuilding mode next season, 100%. So, but for Sunday, we get to see our favorite team one more time. It's been a bad season. It's been a pathetic season. Mike McDaniel should have been fired after week 5 when they blew that game to Carolina. He should have been fired that night. But here we are. 7-9. Another miserable season. This team's not even close to where we need them to be. And I don't know when that's going to happen. But, yeah, I guess we're just going to watch our team get spanked by the New England Patriots. So I'll be back here on Sunday night because the game's at 4:25 this week. So a much later post-game recap than usual because it's a 4:25 game against the Patriots. So a night, I guess an evening post-game recap, and then Monday night we will have our Miami Dolphins 2025 season review right here on the Big Fight Field channel, a big podcast which we talk about the entire season of the Miami Dolphins, what went wrong in the 2025 season, everything. We're going to lay it all out on the table Monday night on the podcast. And then for all the wrestling fans, with the Dolphins season being over, wrestling reviews are back. Yes, weekly TV wrestling reviews will be back on the Big Fight Field channel. And we kick it off Wednesday night with AEW Dynamite right here on the Big Fight Field channel. All right, have a good night, guys. Happy New Year. And I'll see you Sunday night for the post-game recap video with the Patriots, the Dolphins going to Gillette Stadium to take on the 13-3 New England Patriots. Have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, go Dolphins.